All right, this is blind obedience. I've tried to do this a couple times, but I'm a mom and my kid was calling, and so we're just gonna start over. So, anyways, this is me doing what God has told me to do, and that's just to share my faith. And He's done so much for me, and I've become a completely different person than who I knew. And I didn't grow up as a church kid, so it's not even about going to church. We have in church right now, you and I, whoever ends up watching this. So welcome to church. Anyways, so I was thinking about in my studies today about the concept of the word. So have you ever heard preachers be like, first was the word and the word was God, like that. So I just didn't understand what that meant growing up. So of course, through my own studies and reading the Bible the whole time, which I'm still blown away. I read the Bible once over already. Shout out to the apps that be out there to help you with this kind of stuff. Who would have thought? Me. Anyway, so I was reading in John 1 verse 14. I like to read a verse and then read the different versions. So like I prefer the NIV, and then I'll go like to the Amplified and then the Message, and then just kind of let God speak to me in however many words. And we're not going to sit here and argue if the Bible's real and all that. I used to be that same person. I've went through all the New Age astrology, all the things of the world that you can think of to try to figure out who and what and where. And so I'm not here to decipher that. If you don't believe it, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pray for you type. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I was in John 1 and verse 14, and the reason that I read different versions of it is so that I can just have a different thought, let God and the Holy Spirit move in my mind, just in a sense of, what He's saying, what He means. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, we're all made in God's image. So whether you go to church, read the Bible or not, we're having church right now. Like I said, that's what we're doing. And when two or more are gathered in His name, we're in His name because I prayed before I did this. So we're in His name right now. So I was thinking about the fact that people be tripping about, the Bible and this, that, and the third and all that. So upon doing my own research, being one of the same people who's like, I know God for myself, that's enough. You know what I'm saying? Until you get into a place where you are walking with God. It's a journey. It's a process. He opens you up like a flower, over time. So anyways, I used, argue down until I found out a fact that helped me. A fact that helped me was like, bro, this book has been preserved over 1,500 years, and it was preserved by different people and men who had to preserve it that died and then lived. So it's through generations. So I don't know. Even if it's not all there, the word was available in the earth and spirit, and that's how I ended up here studying this book. So that's where we're at with it. So anyways, I was thinking about and asking God about the concept of the word being in the earth already. And so I came across, I think I was in the Amplified, and I was thinking about, I don't know if you know about the Christ within concept, but that's what had come to me. And I was like, He came here in a human experience to have a human experience of His own creation. And I thought, how dope is that? Okay, if you're God and you create the world, then you create humans, and then, some time goes by, you probably have your own concept and idea of how this is going to go and want them to love you. I don't know. That's just how my mind thinks. And so I'm thinking dang, came as Jesus so that he could have the human experience. What's so hard for them to love me? I done gave them all the things I need to know. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that thinks that you have to be perfect to know who God is in your life Lord, please help that person right now. Please help that person, because that was me. And Jesus was perfect. Nobody's going to achieve that status. You can get as close as you can, and as you do walk with Him, He brings you closer to Himself. I hope that helps somebody. But anyways, so I started reading the Message Bible, and I'm like, wow, He became human and moved into your neighborhood. That's how the Message Bible was explaining John 1 verse 14. And I thought, interesting. So I don't know, that's just my 5-minute spill of part of my notes. I had a lot more, but anyway, let me pray. Lord, whoever watches this, I just hope that it blesses them and that they have an amazing walk with you. Good night.